We need to take justice into our own hands. We don't have a justice system anymore. We'll do it peacefully and legally, but we have the right to impanel, to indict, to try, to convict, sentence, and even do citizens' arrests peacefully and legally. The Clintons, Comey, Mueller, intelligence agency chiefs under Obama, and Obama himself are our prime targets. So this is a Justice Department which is spinning wildly out of control, which does not represent the interests of either President Trump or the American people. And Rod Rosenstein is the poster boy of the corruption over there.
You know, this is actually interesting. Rod Rosenstein and Robert Mueller claim, well, actually, they're alleging. They don't even claim to know this for sure. They're alleging that the Russians hacked the DCCC and the DNC. But this is confusing to me because the DCCC and the DNC refused to turn their servers over. So how does Rod Rosenstein and Robert Mueller know that when they didn't cooperate with the investigation and refused to turn their servers over? Boy, that is an amazing assumption to make. Wonder how they reached that conclusion. Of course, they didn't conclude that. They're just alleging that. Like Paul Manafort being in jail for alleged attempting. I don't care what you put behind that. You can't lock someone up for alleged attempting. This is America. So I'm now joined by Larry Klayman, the founder of Judicial Watch and Freedom Watch, where you can see his work at freedomwatchusa.org. Short segment here. Larry will be with us for 2 more segments on the other side. But, I mean, Larry, this is pretty incredible stuff, considering everything we've seen from the fake Russian collusion probe. For them to now reach this point right before Trump meets with Putin, what does it tell you? Does it tell you how desperate they are? Or do you really believe that the Russians are responsible for all this hacking?
Oh, and you raised an excellent point. Yeah, how do they know this if they don't have access to the DNC servers? And of course, they don't have access, the FBI and Mueller, because what's on those DNC servers will be extremely incriminating for the Democratic National Committee, Hillary Clinton, and others. But yeah, this is political hackery. This is exactly what we've seen with Robert Mueller. It's more than a witch hunt. They're trying to impede, they're trying to destroy the summit with Vladimir Putin, which is coming up in just a day or so. And it's quite obvious why this was done now. And the fact that you have this very corrupt Deputy Attorney General Rosenstein announcing this on behalf of Mueller, on behalf of the Justice Department, with inner Attorney General Sessions, who buries his head in the sand because he too is under investigation by Mueller for alleged Russian collusion. It tells you that our Justice Department has become a political entity. It's not a Department of Justice anymore. It's a Department of Injustice.
Yeah, and what does it tell you that Rod Rosenstein is out here making the statement and Sessions is nowhere to be found? I mean, it's almost like they're pushing Rosenstein on us just to rub it in our face.
Absolutely. Well, he's on a jihad, Rosenstein, literally, because he's been stung by certain people on Capitol Hill that asked him tough questions. Of course, nothing happens on Capitol Hill, but he doesn't like the questions anyway. And he doesn't like the president criticizing him directly and indirectly. And he's probably on orders from Sessions, who, the president would like to see gone, to do a number on Trump. At this point, it's warfare between the president and the Justice Department. It's warfare between the American people and the Justice Department. And when I'm an alumnus of the Justice Department, I'm absolutely disgusted at this whole thing. And that's why we're actually going to be doing our own grand juries for the American people in Dallas and other places, because we need to take justice into our own hands. We don't have a justice system anymore. We'll do it peacefully and legally, but we have the right to impanel, to indict, to try, to convict, sentence, and even do citizens' arrests peacefully and legally. The Clintons, Comey, Mueller, intelligence agency chiefs under Obama, and Obama himself are our prime targets. So this is a Justice Department which is spinning wildly out of control, which does not represent the interests of either President Trump or the American people. And Rod Rosenstein is the poster boy of the corruption over there.
I want to talk more about that on the other side, because I mean, that's just an incredible move that you're making over there at freedomwatchusa.org. And I'd like to talk about that. But, isn't it funny, Larry, when you founded Judicial Watch, what was it, just over 20 years ago, part of the original investigations were into Hillary Clinton and illegally having classified documents. Isn't it funny that still to this day you're investigating the same damn thing?
Absolutely. And we're not just investigating, we're bringing cases. I mean, I have a lawsuit going up to the Supreme Court for Hillary's wrongful death actions, which killed two of our clients' sons, Ty Woods and Sean Smith, at Benghazi because her server was hacked and the terrorists found the coordinates of Ambassador Chris Stevens and killed everybody. So we bring hard-hitting cases. I'm tired, Owen, and this is why I like
And the people are tired with you, and we'll be right back with more. Larry Klayman has been doing great work, founded Judicial Watch, and is now running freedomwatchusa.org. Larry, I was unaware of this campaign that you talked about in the last segment. I'm not sure how much you've talked about this, but I'd really like to hear more about this. What is it exactly that you are planning on doing with freedomwatchusa.org to bring justice to high treasonous criminals like Clinton and Obama that we don't get from the Justice Department?
Thank you, Owen, for raising that. I'm tired of watching TV, not Infowars, because you guys tell it like it is, and that's why I love being on here, but offering this false hope that something's going to happen. We just saw the hearings on Capitol Hill yesterday. Yes, it exposed who Peter Strzok is, but Congress isn't going to do anything. Our Justice Department is just doing stuff which is negative, which actually harms the president in the country. And of course, other branches of government have been inert too. So we need to take matters into our own hands. And Justice Antonin Scalia, in 1992, in a case styled United States versus Williams, said that the grand jury doesn't belong to the three branches of government. It belongs to the American people. Now, up to July 1st of 1870, we didn't even have a Justice Department. So the American people needed to mete out justice. And we have the right to do that under our Constitution. So what I'm proposing to do in Dallas, Philadelphia, and other cities around the country is to impanel grand juries from neutral voter rolls to put forward evidence. We've got enough evidence. We don't need any more information here to indict the Clintons, to indict Mueller, to indict Comey, to indict John Brennan, former head of the CIA, James Clapper, former head of the Director of National Intelligence, and Obama himself. We've got enough. And then we will try these individuals in front of either a retired judge or someone who's neutral. We will obtain convictions. I'm convinced the evidence is overwhelming. We will then sentence these individuals, and we'll seek to arrest them peacefully and legally. What else? What other choice do we have? Our country does not have a justice system. We have an attorney general and a deputy attorney general who are absent on the job and are actually working against the American people and trying to destroy the president himself. The president, who I think is doing a fantastic job, and this, of course, get back to what Rosenberg, that's a Freudian slip, Rosenstein did just today, is that he's trying to derail the Putin-Trump summit. He's trying to embarrass the president. He's trying to humiliate the president. So is Mueller. They're working together. These people need to be removed. Now, I also have, Owen, on our website at freedomwatchusa.org, a petition. We have 25,000 plus names right now to have me named special counsel. So in addition to the citizens' grand juries, if I was special counsel, the second one, all these people, I would have the powers of the Justice Department without actually having to take orders from them. And I would indict them, convict them, and have them tried and sentenced as well. So there aren't many people in this country, in fact, I don't know of anyone, if I can maybe toot my own horn a little bit here, who will stick their neck out to this degree. You know, Alex will, you will, others will do it. In the media side, I have to do it in the justice system. And not even my former group does that. They get documents, but it's not run by a lawyer. I'm a lawyer of 40 years experience as a trial lawyer, as a prosecutor. I'll get the job done. I'll bring about justice.
Well, and imagine, I mean, you look at the total rogue state of the Mueller probe right now. Imagine if Larry Klayman had a staff and the same rogue investigatory tactics of Mueller to investigate Mueller, or investigate Pelosi and Waters. I mean, it'd be game over for these people. And everybody knows that's the case. Of course, that's the case. You know, and so, but what can people do to help you spearhead this movement and to help move it forward?
Well, we need the resources. We're small right now. We're the mouse that roared. We're powerful, but we need to get bigger. These citizens' grand juries are going to be expensive and a lot of logistics, a lot of individuals involved. So go to our website at freedomwatchusa.org. Don't just sign the petition to have me named special counsel. We need 100,000 signatures to get the president's attention. He's so preoccupied right now with serious crises. But also donate to our cause. Join our Freedom Watch's Justice League. I just started this because this movie, for instance, which I saw a couple times on the plane going back to Washington in the last few weeks, really tells you that the American people can do it. We are the superheroes. We don't have to depend on government.
No, that's right.
You know, the superheroes of Justice League didn't look to the Justice Department to do it. They did it for themselves. So it's a good analogy. So go to freedomwatchusa.org, donate to our cause. It's tax deductible. Sign the petitions, get our newsletters, become part of our citizens' army, our Justice League.
And look, you know, this is hitting me more than ever right now, Larry. And I know that you've been there, obviously. I mean, you've been working Judicial Watch, Freedom Watch. You're now organizing this. It's time to get active. It's time to get engaged. We as Americans have a duty to protect this republic. It is under threat. It is under siege right now. Our government's totally corrupt. It's been corrupt. It's way too big. We've got these huge global institutions like NATO that do nothing for us. It's time to shut it all down. People need to get engaged and active. They need to understand, I'm not calling for a bunch of minion protests in the street. We're not calling for a bunch of craziness. We're not calling for violence. We're saying it's time for us to organize. It's time for everyone that listens to this show to go to freedomwatchusa.org, sign the petition, tell your friends and family, get engaged, get active. It's now or never, folks. We have the president in the White House. If we have his back, he has every mandate to do whatever is possible to save this republic.
You're right. If he goes down, we're going to have a president 100 times worse than Obama or Clinton, the next president. We can't let that happen. He is our hope in terms of the government, but the American people remain their own hope, as the Justice League is their hope. And if you're tired of watching cable news, not Infowars, but cable news, and seeing this false hope being served up every night, you know, I watch Fox News too, but it gives you the impression something's happening. Nothing's happening. We know nothing's happening. We've been out there fighting the Clintons for 25 years since I started Judicial Watch, and now I run Freedom Watch. I have a finding that Bill Clinton committed a crime when he released the Privacy Act protected files of a woman he harassed in the Oval Office, Kathleen Willey. But now's the time that we have to do it for ourselves. And our founding fathers, they risked their lives, they pledged their fortunes and sacred honor to form a new nation. We can at least do citizens' grand juries. We have the legal right to do it. Justice Scalia said we have the right to do it, and we can even enforce it. And we're going to have to do citizens' arrests. I always say peace. We have the right.
Well, and even President Trump said we're going to give the government back to the people. You know what, guys? Let's let Larry get reconnected here, and let's just reconnect with Larry. We're about to go to a break here. His Skype was breaking up, so we'll get Larry back connected here with a solid connection before we go to this break. But he's 100% spot on. Trump said we have to give the government back to the people. That is what Larry is talking about. And I'm going to get I don't know if he's got dates yet of when he's planning on being in Dallas, Philadelphia, but I want to help get this off the ground and even be present there. Before we get to this break, and we're rejoined by Larry Klayman on the other side, support Infowars. At the same time, folks, we are free to air. We don't get money to air our show. We don't have big corporate sponsors. We have you, the audience, and it's your support at InfoWarsStore.com that makes everything possible. And we are truly cranking at a higher level than we ever have here before at Infowars. And I'm sure if you're a fan, you're noticing that. So I salute you, the audience, for making it all possible. Take advantage of the extended 4th of July specials, which is free shipping store-wide, 50% off top-selling items like Survival Shield, like Brain Force Plus, like Silver Bullet, like DNA Force Plus, Super Male, and Super Female Vitality. It's all at InfoWarsStore.com. Check out the new Super Silver, which is a topical wound care gel, 25% off right now at InfoWarsStore.com. Check out the new T-shirts. Check out the ball caps. This is how we fund what we do here. This is how we hire new people. This is how we get satellites so that we can be on televisions around the nation. It's all possible with your support at InfoWarsStore.com. And if you're not supporting us financially for whatever reason, at least spread the links. Tell your friends and family. People are waking up. They see what's going on. They don't know where to go to understand it and put it all together. Be like, hey, check out Infowars. and check out our new app. We just got a new app. Hey, are you confused by all the fake news? You want to find something that makes sense to you? Get the new app, Infowars Official. It's the brand new app. Tell your friends and family about that app. Share it. Make us bigger than every other news media outlet combined. We'll be right back with Larry Klayman.
You know, someone very profoundly once said many years ago that if fascism ever comes to America, it'll come in the name of liberalism.
You're a white male! You're a white man!
If you are receiving this transmission, you are the resistance.
It's also what happens when you listen to the radio host, Alex Jones, who claims that 9/11 and the Oklahoma City bombings were inside jobs. I don't know what happens in somebody's mind or how dark their heart must be to say things like that.
The Russians ran an extensive information war campaign against my campaign to influence voters in the election. And then they began to weaponize them. And they began to have some of their allies within the internet world, like Infowars, take out pieces and began to say the most outrageous, outlandish, absurd lies you can imagine.
But Trump doesn't challenge these lies. He actually went on Jones's show and said, "Your reputation is amazing. I will not let you down."
Waging war on corruption. It's Alex Jones coming to you live from the front lines of the Infowar.
Staying healthy on the go is just as important as staying healthy at home. But sometimes supplements don't work fast enough. That's why Infowars Life has created a powerful new addition to the Super Blue line, Super Blue Silver Immune Gargle. Available in 1 ounce, 3.5 ounce, and 16 ounce bottles, Immune Gargle is perfect for the bathroom, kitchen, or wherever you go. The incredible new purifying formula is dentist recommended for daily use whenever you feel like you need to stay clean. As a powerful hand purifier or oral cleansing formula, just a small spray will help you stay clean when you feel surrounded by toxins. With powerful yet simple ingredients, Immune Gargle features Silver Sol Nano Silver for a powerful cleansing alternative. With Super Blue Silver Immune Gargle, staying toxin-free is easy and affordable. Help stop the spread of toxins and stay healthy with Super Blue Silver Immune Gargle. Only available at InfoWarsLife.com. That's InfoWarsLife.com.